Well, folks, in today's video, we're going to be making some pretty significant changes to the track work on my layout. There are several sections I've been meaning to replace for a while now, including this bridge and these two switches. The bridge has been having some stability issues, and this switch was actually a defective unit. I've tried everything to fix it, but I just don't think it's going to work. And this one right here, it's kind of hard to see, but it's actually worn down a little bit. It's one of the originals from like 2012, so it's just worn down and needs to be replaced. So all of this needs to be redone, but I also want to make some changes here because a few months ago I added a second line to this. And we already have dual track here, so what I'm thinking is that we eliminate one of the curves here, we make it dual track all the way across, and then eventually I want to make it dual track all the way around the circuit. That way we can run two trains in alternating directions, and they won't interfere with each other. So I think that should be a nice addition. I've already gone ahead and crafted up this bridge, which is just going to go into place right here, and we've already got some wooden pieces so that we can actually bolt it into both layouts, and it's going to have support for both tracks. Building this bridge was pretty fun. I basically just took a couple existing bridges I had laying around. I took the trusses off that, and then I just took some pieces of scrap wood, cut them all up, painted it. You know, it's not the prettiest bridge, but I think that it's going to serve a good purpose here, and it's definitely going to be stronger than the original. So yeah, I think it should be fun, and hopefully by the end of this, we'll have some far better track work. There are tons of other areas I definitely want to address as well, and by removing one of the curves, I think we're going to be able to fix all this up as well. So that should all be good. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, well, with all that track out of the way and the old bridge removed, I think we can probably try to cut out the area for the new bridge. Now, for bolting it into the layout, it should be really easy on this side because there's still a lot of fascia back here, so we can just kind of put some screws directly into that. On this side, it's a bit of a different story because this was basically an old dining table which was converted to a layout, and the Homosote overlaps that table by a fair bit. Now, when I added this part on, I did add some kind of cross members, which one of them's right around there, so it's not that far away. So it's possible we'll be able just to get some longer screws and kind of attach into that, but it's possible I'll need to add a little shim right here. We'll see. I'll just kind of try to add it in and see what happens, I guess. Alright, well, I'm quite happy with how this is looking. It's pretty level with both layouts at the moment, but before I go bolting it in, I actually want to lay down the cork roadbed just to make sure it's all even, because both these layouts are not perfectly straight with one another, so I just want to make sure the track at least lines up. So let's get to that. Well, I think it's all lining up pretty well, so I'll probably bolt that in at this point. My foreman just arrived to approve the site. As you can see, it passed the weight inspection, so I think we're all ready to go. Alright, well, I'm pretty confident that that bridge is not going anywhere, so I think at this point we can probably straighten out the roadbed, get it all in place, maybe even glue it down, and then build the track over that, and then I think things are going to be looking pretty good here on the layout. With the cork all laid out, I think we can probably start putting down some track. I was hoping to build this corner right here, but unfortunately I ran out of cork. This is all I have left, so that's going to have to be for another day. But we'll at least put the switch in place just so that it's all ready to go once we do get that extra cork, and we'll obviously connect this line in and build up the 2 lines over the bridge. Alright, well, the track work is now done. I just quickly off camera soldered up all the rail joiners. There weren't too many to do, but I just thought I'd do that last step just to ensure that the power flows through this whole thing properly. Anyways, now that we got this whole thing together, I think it's time to actually run a train on it and test it out just to make sure the rail joiners and everything else are as they should be. I've set up my BNSF-9 with a whole variety of different cars, and we'll just run it over this section slowly and see if anything derails. Let's try it out. Well, the train has successfully made it out of the yard, which is good because I did have to adjust this switch a little bit. You can see it's a little more off to the right here. Now is the moment of truth. Will it go through here without any problems? Very nice, not a single issue. That's good to see. We'll run it through a couple more times just to be sure, but I think we'll test the inner part with this locomotive right here. I think it should be okay. I mean, this section of track is probably not going to see that much usage until we get the rest of it all linked up. It seems that this section of track is not getting any power. That's weird. Yeah, there's something caught in there. So now with that working, I guess we'll just run this locomotive back and forth a couple times. Well, didn't derail that time, that's good. Alright, that's a little more like the results I was hoping to see. So I think with that, that's probably going to be about it for today's video. There's definitely more track work to do. As I mentioned earlier, all of this needs to get fixed up. We have to redo this corner, and there's tons of other areas on the layout that I want to fix up, as well as building the new line here. But just for now, I'm very happy with how the new bridge is working, and I think things are going to work a lot better now that we have this thing in place. Anyways, with that, I just want to thank you all so much for watching.